Hello and welcome to my channel. Dorothy's vision is finally here after 3 months of delay. Took you long enough, Yostar. This event brings new and unique enemies and mechanics to the game, so this video is here to cover everything about the event and hopefully aid you all in clearing the stages with ease. With that out of the way, let's get started. Dorothy's vision, or DV stages for short, are slightly different from the other event stages. Aside from the main and EX stages, there are 2 secret stages. They can be unlocked by completing certain requirements and do not cost sanity to attempt. You'll get materials from clearing it, but they don't drop Originium as first clear rewards. There aren't any new stage mechanics in this event as they are integrated into the new enemies themselves. The 2 main enemies of this event are the R11 Assault Power Armor and R31 Heavy Power Armor. In some event stages, these enemies will spawn into the stage in an inactive state, and in others, they'll appear from the red boxes. They look extremely similar to one another, so you might be a little confused when trying to determine which is which, especially when they're in their inactive state. The easiest way is to look at the letter on their head. The Heavy Power Armor has the letter T on it, while the Assault Power Armor has the letter U. The R11 Assault Power Armor boasts high HP, high attack, high defense and low resistance. When not blocked, this enemy will fire missiles at up to 4 operators in its range with half of its attack. While halved attack makes it seem weak, this thing can shred ranged operators with ease if left unchecked. When it is blocked, the Assault Power Armor will switch to dealing melee damage to the operator blocking it, and this time, it'll use 100% of its attack to send them to Jesus. Thankfully, this enemy moves at the speed of your mom. Thankfully, this enemy moves at a rate of 0.3 tiles every second, which is really slow, and only attacks at an interval of 5 seconds. Given their high defense and low resistance, using arts damage dealers is usually the way to go when countering these enemies, unless if you're a certain blue-haired woman in a bikini with 2 oversized water guns. This enemy is immune to stun, sleep and levitate, and its ability to launch missiles cannot be silenced. Next up, we have the R31 Heavy Power Armor, similar to the R11 Assault Power Armor. It boasts high attack, HP and defense, but has low resistance as a trade-off. They can also spawn into the stage in its deactivated state or from the red boxes in its activated state. The default attack interval of this enemies is slightly faster than the Assault Power Armor at 4 seconds and has the same move speed of 0.3 tiles per second. When the heavy armor power is near a ground operator, they'll go into overload state where they'll rapidly punch the operator for 75% of its attack for 10 seconds while inflicting 2 seconds of stun from every punch. This skill has a cooldown of 20 seconds and will be immediately activated upon coming into contact with an operator for the first time. This ability cannot be silenced and the enemy itself is immune to freeze. The best way to counter the HPA is the same as the APA, through using arts damage dealers. Now, if you think this video is helpful, do give my channel a sub to show your support. I mentioned that these enemies can spawn into the stage in their deactivated state, so how do they become active? That's where these 3 normal enemies of this event come in. They'll spawn into the stage from the red boxes, and upon coming into contact with an APA or HPA, they'll restore a certain amount of SP to them. When the SP bar is filled, the armor will activate and start walking towards the nearest blue box. These 2 enemies restores 50 SP the moment it comes into range of an armor. This enemy on the other hand restores 100 SP, which is enough to instantly activate an armor. These enemies are unique in their own way as well. For example, this enemy has really weak stats but boasts an extremely fast movement speed of 1.5 tiles per second. This enemy on the other hand has a slower movement speed but has significantly better stats and deals ranged arts damage, posing a threat to low resistance operators. The best way to counter deactivated armors is to kill them as fast as possible while they're still deactivated. Another problematic enemy to talk about is the Rhine Lab Engineering section member. While its stats isn't worth mentioning, they have a troublesome ability of healing damaged armors for 5% of their own max HP every second for 10 seconds, or until the armor is fully healed. A troublesome enemy to deal with indeed. To prevent them from using their abilities, you can use fast redeploys to assassinate them the moment they spawn. Lastly, we have the boss of this event, Awakening. It boasts high HP, attack, and resistance, but has average defense. the boss will instantly spawn the moment the stage starts but cannot move. Instead, it will teleport to fixed positions around the map at regular intervals. Awakening has a passive skill that redirects half of the incoming damage to existing Dorothy's experiments in the stage, reducing the damage taken from your operators. It also has two active skills, Broken Vision and Journey. Broken Vision unleashes a shockwave 4 seconds after the boss teleports, dealing massive physical damage to all operators in the stage. Thankfully, the damage is divided equally between the operators in the stage. For example, if there are 6 operators in the stage, the damage taken by one friendly is lesser as compared to if there were 3 operators. In a nutshell, having more operators in the stage is a benefit as the damage taken by the shockwave is spread out more evenly. As for Awakening's second skill, it will launch spikes that deal physical damage to its left and right every 5 seconds. After killing the boss for the first time, it will enter Phase 2 after 10 seconds of immunity. Upon its revival, all inactive armors in the stage will instantly become active and it gains the following buffs. Awakening's attack increases, Broken Vision will now stun all allies on ranged tiles for 15 seconds, and Journey now launches spikes forwards and backwards. This boss can certainly be annoying for newer players. The best method to counter this boss is to kill it as fast as possible with the use of burst damage dealers like Surtur, Silverash or Nerl the Radiant Knight. The boss is also immune to all negative ailments such as silence, stun, sleep, freeze and levitate, and given the fact that it teleports instead of moving like normal enemies, it is impossible to stall the boss, making it one of the most annoying bosses without good burst operators. And that's about it for this guide. Hope this was helpful in introducing the new enemies and mechanics of this event. If you found this guide helpful and entertaining, do consider subscribing to stay tuned for more. And that's about it for this one. Best of luck out there my fellow doctors and I'll see you in the comments. Bye.